Hi everyone, I'm back. It's Stephanie Thompson with Read Your Library after a short break. Thanks for being patient and sticking around. It's summer vacation, so the schedule is a little bit upside down and it's getting harder for me to carve aside the time to do these videos. But in any case, we're back with the next couple of books on our shelf. And these are both books by an author called Jonathan Tropper, who you may have heard of. Also a bestseller, and some of his books have been made into films recently, including This Is Where I Leave You. But the book I'm going to talk about today looks at a very interesting scenario. You've probably heard the expression, write what you know. And very often writers, especially fiction writers, draw on their own experiences to write and to find plot lines and characters and stories. They pull them out of their lives. In some cases, they go back again and again and mine their own experiences and their background. Maybe they have issues they need to work out, or they've just had really interesting lives. But have you ever wondered what it would be like to write a book based on your life and then have it become a huge bestseller, and then have to face the consequences, like the people you wrote about reading the book, reading what you wrote, what you made of their stories? In this book, the Book of Joe, the first book I read by Jonathan Tropper, that's exactly what happens. The Joe of the title leaves his hometown, he thinks forever, and 15 years later writes a book based on his family and the characters he grew up with, his friends, his teachers, everything, and it becomes a huge hit and is made into an even bigger hit movie. And then, of course, inevitably, it turns out that he has to go back to his hometown because of a death in the family that he has to deal with. And when he gets back, he has to deal with all the repercussions of what everybody back home thinks about his book and his movie and the way that he portrayed them. And it's at times hilarious, as you would expect. It delves a lot into his family history, relationships with people, how they change, your friendships, how they appear in high school, and then as you get older, you know, what they're really about. And I thought it was very, very well written, very fun to read, very touching at times. And a friend recommended it to me, not only because she enjoyed it, but also, as it turns out, because Jonathan Tropper appears to be a Bruce Springsteen fan. So Bruce Springsteen songs are quoted liberally throughout the book, and the main character is a Springsteen fan, and it works into sort of his whole feelings about his hometown and some other common themes of lifelong friendship and love that you'll see in those songs by Bruce. So I recommend it. It's a lot of fun, and it really makes you think about what it would be like to be in that situation. And then the other book on the shelf by Jonathan Tropper, This Is Where I Leave You, explores some of the same themes of home, family, relationships, how they change over time, how what we think happened when we were younger isn't actually what we thought probably, or has different meanings and significance than we thought. And this one I know has been or is being made into a movie, and I think all his books are really the kind of stories that make good films, in that they're equal parts drama, family drama, some tragedy, and a lot of humor. So Jonathan Tropper, pick them up, especially The Book of Joe. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time on Read Your Library.